About when you started with Research Now. How long ago was that?
I actually started 8 years ago. So before the Research Nowadays, it was eRewards, and it was July 28th,
Awesome.
Los Angeles. So
In LA.
seems just like yesterday.
And then
Warm summer morning. Yeah.
And remind us your name again.
Landon Goertzen.
And then what do you do for us today?
I'm an account manager, senior account manager on the Routes and Pod Team West. So.
Awesome. So being here 8 years, what keeps you at Research Now?
For me, it's being with a good team. I mean, that's a lot of it. So, been a good company that's been supportive and good people to work with. So.
Absolutely. And to be able to grow within it, I mean, I'm sure, how many positions have you had there?
Definitely. No, I started as sales support, and I've kind of moved up the ranks over the years, and obviously me moving from LA, being a global company is a huge plus because you can move to different cities and pretty much jump around as needed, and the company is always pretty supportive about that. So
Absolutely.
Can't beat that.
One of the things that we're learning today is like what Research Now is. So if you were to be at like Starbucks down the street and some guy next behind you was like, "Hey, what do you do?" and you say Research Now, and he's like, "Hey, what does Research Now do?" How would you answer that?
So everyone's always wondering, like, "Oh, online market research, what is that?" I mean, and nobody really knows, so that's a good thing. But I mean, typically, most people they can relate to phone server surveys, like telemarketing. So basically, we took that online and through social media now, and doing online surveys that way. And they're like, "Oh, okay, so it's not like online market research." Like, they kind of get some confusing, but yeah.
It's awesome.
So.
And then I know that with, any advice, if this is my, fourth week and then their first day technically, what advice
Day
would you
7.
have? Yeah.
Well, 6, I guess, technically.
What advice would you have for us to get acclimated with the culture here?
No, I mean, I would say just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, everyone's has good vibes around it, and don't be a stranger. I think that's probably the best thing. I mean, say hi to people. I mean, it's a big office here for sure, but just be friendly and.
Absolutely. And then what can we do to help you in your role?
I would say just do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we always had a saying that you do things together. I mean, I know as a we did bowling, and it's like we grow together in those sorts of ways. I mean, obviously numbers are a big thing, but to be able to have that cohesion outside of just the numbers and the everyday grind is important. So, I mean, you spend so much time at work that to have good relationships and friends in the office is important too. So.
I think, we just saw the core values, and that's one of them that kind of stood out was the one team and how that applies. And I think the one that stood out to me was the doing the right thing, even if it's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that's been, I guess my perception of the company is, looking at those core values and how those kind of maybe mimic your own personally. It seems to be a reflection here with everybody that's in our Plano office. So.
Yeah, no, I think the team does a great job of bringing people on board and then with the CEO, that he's brought in a new structure together, and everyone seems to be on board there too. So
awesome,
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So.
The last question then. So you've been here for 2 months or so in Texas.
In Dallas, yeah.
What's the one thing that your peers would not know about you?
Majority probably would not know that I am a native of Nebraska.
Nice.
So a Cornhusker at heart.
I married a Cornhusker.
Oh yeah.
Weeping Water, Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Wow, you're like the 1% of people that actually know that. So that's awesome. So #GBR, right?
That's
so
right.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this
you.
informal survey, and know that it will be deleted after we show it to our team.
Yeah,
All right.
just proof.
Thank you, sir.